learning Kurdish language. Hello again. In today's lesson, I'm going to talk about the simple sentence in Kurdish language. First of all, in English we have sentence. When we translate it to Kurdish, we say rsta, rsta. Here is a r, not r. Okay? In English, we have a simple sentence. We have to follow these simple instruction. First of all, here in the rule, we have subject at the beginning, plus verb, plus complement. That is a simple sentence in English. But in Kurdish, we have somehow different style. The first one that comes first is subject, okay, like English. But the next one, it is complement. And the last one is verb. If we do not have a complement in the sentence, it's okay for having subject plus verb. Just have a look at the order. The first one is subject here. In Kurdish language also is the same. But verb is the second one here, but in Kurdish language comes at the end. And the complement comes the third part here, but in Kurdish sentence comes in the middle between subject and verb. Just have a look at this comment, this example. I eat meat. Okay? In Kurdish we say men, gosht, dakhom. I is equal to men, which is a pronoun. Good? After that we have the verb of eat. Eat is equal to dakhom. The last one in English, which is the meat object, comes in the middle, which is the gosht. The order of the Kurdish rule is subject, complement, then verb. But in English, the first one is subject, the next one is verb, and the last one is complement. That is for the normal sentence in English. Okay, let's move to the other part in Kurdish sentence. Good. When we talk about subject in Kurdish, we say bekar. We mentioned it before, bekar. Verb, kar, offerman. When I use kar, I mean verbs. This is the pronunciation of kar. Also is here. Ka is a long a, kar. Good. After that, we have object. Object is berkar. Berkar. Good. For complement in Kurdish, we say tawawker. Tawawker. Good. Kurdish sentence, if we translate it to Kurdish language, Kurdish it means Kurdi. Sentence it means rasta. And this yi, we have it to connect the rasta with the Kurdi. Rastai Kurdi. We join these two words by using this e. Good. We have some styles of Kurdish sentence. The first one, the subject comes first, and then we have verb. Okay? Like this example, من دالك خوت. من دالك is subject, and خوت is verb. Good? This one is just contains of subject and verb. Okay? The second one is subject plus object plus verb. Here is Kurdish direction. In Kurdish language, we start writing from right to left. Okay, this is right to left. Okay. Here the subject is lina, nan, dakhwa. Lina, nan, dakhwa. Lina is for the subject, the object is nan, and the verb is dakhwat. Okay, that's the second one. The third one is, we have also a sentence contains of subject, complement, and verb. When you want to write down simple sentence, you can use this one. The subject for this sentence is Hemen bo bazar darwat. Hemen is equal to the subject. Okay. The complement is bo bazar arwat, which is tawawkari barida. Good. And the verb is darwat. Okay. This is the third one. Another style of Kurdish sentence is here. The first one that comes is subject, object next, and verb and complement, okay, from this direction. Here we have an example. Lia nan drus dakat bajwani. Lia is the subject. Nan drus dakat altogether is the object and the verb. Okay, nan drus kirden. Good. And complement is bajwani, which is tawakari baride in Kurdish language. The next one is here. Subject plus object plus complement plus verb. We can change the position of verb and complement here. We can write down simple sentence like this. Zana chirok bohaurekani bas dakat. Zana is equal to the subject here. Chirok is the object. Bohaurekani is complement. And the verb is bas dakat. It means that when you want to start writing down Kurdish sentence, you can follow these rules. Simply, you can use a lot of sentence and you can say a lot of sentence. Okay, try to use these styles for start discussing and writing Kurdish sentence. Okay, right now do it for yourself. Okay, do it. Good. Let's move to the next. When we have imperative sentence in English, we just use a verb, or maybe we use a verb with a complement. Okay, that's for English language. Here is English language. We start from this side, from left to right. But for Kurdish language, we must start from this side. Good. Again, like English, we have just to use the verb. Okay, when we use just the verb, it becomes a imperative sentence. In Kurdish, we say dakhwazi. Or sometimes, in the process of speaking, we say amr, which comes from another language, amr. Good. Also, we can use complement at first and then the verb to make an imperative sentence. Okay? Here, I have one example for it. Eat the meat. You eat the meat. You know that the pronoun is missed because when we command someone, it becomes you. You in Kurdish for both to and ewa. Okay? Eat, it means bcho. Okay? Also, when we use lonely, it becomes a simple sentence for imperative one. Bcho, eat it. Good. Eat the meat. The meat is the complement of this sentence. Okay? Right now, if you want to use imperative sentence in Kurdish, like English, just use the verb, it becomes an imperative sentence. Good. Try for yourself right now. Bro. Wash. Bisho. Eat. Bcho. Clean it. Paki karawa. Good. We need just a pronoun which is we called now in Kurdish language. Okay. The next one is here. When we want to make a negative simple sentence, which is in English we use don't mostly. For example, when we say don't eat it, it means that that's a negative of that sentence. Or maybe sometimes we use not and we plus to the helping verb for making negative. But for the negative one of imperative, right now we talk about that one. When we have a sentence which is imperative, we don't want the person to do the action, we use these things. The first one is na. We have to add na to the verb. For example, kawa hatwa. Kawa hatwa, it means that kawa came before, but if we change it to the negative, just we plus na. Kawa nahatwa. It becomes negative. Nan dakhwat. Someone eat meat or meal or one of the meals that we have it. Nan dakhwat. If we want to change to the negative, we just plus na before the verb. Nan dakhwat. Okay. Then nakhoshi haya. someone got disease. Okay? Nakhoshi niya. Instead of this ha, we just change to ni. It becomes the negative of the sentence. Nakhoshi haya, nakhoshi niya. For doing command sentence, and we want to make it negative, for example, kekaka bkho, that is command for doing it. If we want to command for not doing this action, we just plus ma instead of b. This is for command to doing it. Ma is for command not to do it. Kekaka pcho, eat the cake. Kekaka macho, don't eat the cake. Okay? Ma is for negative and b for doing positively. Do it. Okay? That's for command. That is all simple styles of Kurdish sentence.